In the United States, a 57-year-old man walks into a room and nobody turns around. You know this feeling. You stopped expecting anyone to turn around somewhere around year 3 of being invisible at work, at the bar, at the dinner parties where the conversation moves around you like water around a rock. The dating apps are just the number attached to the feeling. 3 years of swiping and nothing. Or responses from women your age who are already exhausted, already defensive, already protecting themselves from a disappointment they are certain is coming. Then you land in Bangkok. And within 48 hours, a woman 20 years younger than you is laughing at something you said, touching your arm, and making you feel like a person again. You do not understand what changed. Here is the direct comparison: Thailand versus the United States. Across every dimension that matters to a man over 55 who is done pretending the current situation is acceptable. In the American dating market right now, you are competing against younger men with more energy, better photographs, and no history. You are losing that competition before it starts, not because anything is wrong with you, but because the market you are playing in was not designed for what you actually are. In Thailand, that calculus reverses entirely. Age here signals stability, reliability, patience, and the absence of the chaos that younger men carry into every interaction like luggage they cannot put down. These are not consolation qualities. They are actively desirable to a wide range of Thai women who have spent years navigating younger men and younger foreign visitors who arrive for 2 weeks, take what is available, and disappear. Older foreign men in Thailand are a known quantity, and the associations attached to them are largely positive. The man who has spent 3 years being filtered out before he is even seen will arrive in Thailand and discover something he had stopped expecting: he is being sought, not tolerated. The psychological effect of this reversal is immediate. You stand differently, you speak differently, you move differently. She notices all of it before you say a single word. He had deleted his dating apps 6 months ago after 3 years of near silence. First evening in Chiang Mai, a woman approached him. Not aggressively, just warmly, with a directness he had forgotten was possible. She was 29 years younger than him. He looked behind himself to see who she was talking to. She was talking to him. He had forgotten that was possible. Arrive having genuinely released your home market's assessment of your value, not as a performance, as an actual internal reset. You are not the same man here that you were on those apps. The market changed. You did not. He looked behind himself to see who she was talking to. She was talking to him. He had forgotten that was possible. Before we continue, please subscribe to my channel so you won't miss any videos in the future. In the United States and in the UK, in Australia, in most of Western Europe, a 57-year-old man pursuing a 30-year-old woman faces immediate social judgment. From friends, from family, from the women themselves who have been taught that this dynamic is inherently suspect and that their attraction to an older man is something to be interrogated rather than trusted. You have felt this. You have edited yourself because of it. You have talked yourself out of things you actually wanted because the social architecture around you made wanting them feel like a character flaw. In Thailand, the age gap between an older foreign man and a younger Thai woman is not unusual, not judged, and not treated as inherently unequal. It is simply two people with different things to offer who decided to offer them to each other. Thai women are pragmatic about relationships in a way that does not carry the ideological weight that Western romantic culture has accumulated over the past 2 decades. An older man offers stability, patience, and reliability. A younger man offers energy but often unpredictability and the kind of financial instability that a Thai woman who has watched her family manage real economic difficulty does not find romantic. Many Thai women consciously prefer the former. This is not desperation, it is a considered preference. The guilt you carry about age gap attraction is culturally installed, not morally universal. In Thailand, there is no social architecture demanding you feel ashamed of it, and that absence changes everything about how you show up. He had never pursued anyone more than 10 years younger at home, not because he did not want to, because he had been trained to know his place. In Thailand, he sat across from a woman 26 years his junior at a restaurant, and nobody at the surrounding tables looked twice. No one leaned over to ask her if she was okay. He ate his food and thought, this is what normal feels like. Release the apologetic posture. She did not choose you despite the age gap. She chose you in full awareness of it. Nobody looked twice. He realized the shame had always been borrowed. He had never actually owned it. American dating over 55 is largely a negotiation of grievances. Two people who have been hurt before, both protecting themselves with the full armor of their history, both testing the other, both waiting for the confirmation of their worst expectation. The defensiveness is understandable. It is also exhausting, and you have been inside it long enough to know that the exhaustion is not temporary, it is the condition. Thai women, particularly those who choose older foreign men, arrive without that architecture. They are not carrying the accumulated weight of a relationship culture that treats every new person as a probable repetition of the last disaster. The dynamic is warmer, cleaner, and considerably less tiring for both people inside it. Thai relationship culture places significant value on harmony and on the man as a steady anchor. She is not looking to audit you, compete with you, challenge your every decision, or reform you into someone she would have preferred to begin with. She is looking for someone she can be soft around. That specific combination, a man who is settled and a woman who wants to be near someone settled, is rarer in Western dating than either of you realized until you experienced the alternative. He spent the first week waiting for the thing, the complaint, the test. The moment where the warmth revealed itself as conditional, the thing Western women always eventually produce to confirm his worst expectation. It did not come. She was warm. Consistently, without agenda, without positioning it as a demonstration of effort, by day 4, he stopped waiting. By day 6, he understood something had been wrong at home for a very long time. Give yourself permission to stop waiting for the catch. The warmth is real, the simplicity is real, and your suspicion of it is the only thing that can spoil it. Enjoy the absence of combat. You earned it. By day 4, he stopped waiting for the catch. By day 6, he understood something had been wrong at home for a very long time. I want to speak plainly about this because it matters and it is almost never discussed, honestly. Men over 55 who are still sexually active in long-term Western relationships are frequently doing so in the context of a partner who has either checked out entirely or is performing presence, going through the motions, because that is what the routine requires, not because she is actually there. You know the difference, you have felt it, and you have either made peace with it or you have stopped expecting anything else. What Thailand offers in this specific dimension is the experience of being with a woman who chose to be there, not out of habit, not out of obligation, not because it is Tuesday and that is what Tuesday means. Out of genuine selection, she looked at you specifically and decided she wanted to be in that room with you. The difference between those two things is felt before a single word is spoken, before a single touch. It changes the entire quality of the encounter in a way that has nothing to do with technique and everything to do with truth. He had not been touched like he was wanted in 4 years. She touched him like she had been thinking about it. He went completely still. He had forgotten that was a thing that could happen, that a person could touch you and have it mean something specific rather than just mean that you are both present in the same room. Afterward, he stared at the ceiling and thought, I have been settling for years. I have been settling. Let yourself receive it fully. Do not deflect with humor. Do not minimize the moment. Do not perform indifference to protect yourself from how much it matters. She wants to be wanted in return. Be specific about it. She touched him like she had been thinking about it. He had forgotten that was a thing a person could do. Something specific has left Western dating culture over the past 15 years. Not equality, that is a separate conversation, and not one I am having here. What left is femininity. The specific quality of warmth, softness, physical gentleness, and emotional uncombativeness that men who grew up in the 50s and 60s and 70s remember from the women around them, and that they watched gradually disappear from the dating landscape without anyone formally announcing that it was going. Thai women are feminine in a way that is no longer common in Western relationships. Soft in their manner, warm in how they attend to people they care about, physically gentle in a way that is not weakness and not performance. It is simply how they are oriented toward the world and toward the people they choose to be near. Men over 55 who encounter this do not experience it as something new. They experience it as something returned, something they had quietly decided to stop hoping for. She brought him something he had not asked for, something small, something she had simply noticed he needed without being told. He looked at the gesture for a moment. Then he named what he was feeling. This is what the women I grew up around used to do. He had thought that was gone. He had made peace with it being gone. It was not gone. It was here. Do not over-intellectualize what she is offering you. Simply be present for it. Be the kind of man that quality deserves to be near. He had made peace with it being gone. It was not gone. It was here. Tell me in the comments, how different is it actually from what you have experienced? I want to hear from men who have been in both worlds. One quick thing before I continue, I put together a complete guide for Western men navigating exactly what this video is about. How to find the right Thai woman, how to approach her correctly, how to build something real from the very first conversation. It is called From Hello to Her Bedroom. 2 men this week reached out after using it. Gary from Seattle, 61. He met a Thai woman on his first trip using the method in Chapter 2 and has now visited her 3 times. And Dennis from Chicago, 58, he said the bedroom chapter alone changed what happened on his second night in Pattaya. His words, I finally stopped performing and started actually being there. The guide is $14. Pinned comment at the top, not the description. The pinned comment. In the United States, in the UK, in Australia, a man over 55 who walks into a restaurant with a significantly younger woman is under social surveillance before he sits down. You know the glances. You know the specific quality of attention that other people produce in that moment. Not hostile necessarily, just assembling a view, making a decision about what kind of man you are before you have ordered your food. You have either experienced this directly or you have edited your choices to avoid it, which is in some ways worse. In Thailand, that surveillance simply does not exist in the same form. Nobody knows your history here. Nobody has a position on your choices. Nobody is waiting at the edge of the room to confirm what they already decided about you before you arrived. Foreigners have moved through Thailand with a degree of anonymity for decades. It is built into how this country experiences outsiders, and it extends to every choice you make while you are here. What happens when the social surveillance lifts is specific and physical. A man who is not being watched relaxes in a way that makes him more attractive, more present, more himself. The version of you that exists when nobody is assembling a view is often the version you should have been expressing at home for the last 10 years. He walked into a restaurant with her, late 30s, obviously younger. In Houston, that walk would have cost him something, the management of other people's reactions on top of simply wanting to have a pleasant evening. Here, nobody looked. Nobody assembled a view. He walked to the table and thought, this is what it feels like to just exist. He had not felt that in years. Use the anonymity productively. Let it be the space where you find out who you actually are when nobody is assessing you. Nobody looked. He thought, this is what it feels like to just exist. He had not felt that in years. Men over 55 who arrive in Thailand frequently underestimate what they are carrying. Not in a false modesty way, genuinely. The American dating market has spent 3 years telling you that what you are is insufficient. And you have absorbed enough of that message to believe it on some level, even when you know better. What you actually carry is this: stability, emotional steadiness, the calm of a man who has made real decisions and lived inside the consequences of them, the patience that comes from understanding that rushing has costs, the absence of the frantic, proving himself energy that follows younger men through every interaction like a tail they cannot shake. In Thailand, these are not consolation qualities. They are precisely what a significant portion of Thai women are looking for and cannot find in the men immediately available to them. Thai women who choose older foreign men are almost never choosing them despite what they are choosing them because of it. The stability is the point, the patience is the point. The settled certainty of a man who has stopped needing the room to confirm him is one of the most restful and attractive things he can offer, and she knows it more clearly than he does. He had made a list once, half jokingly, of what he had to offer. It was a short list, and he had been faintly embarrassed by it. She would have looked at that list and said, yes, exactly. This is what I came here looking for. He had been apologizing for his assets. Stop presenting yourself as a reduced version of a younger man. You are not a lesser version of 28. You are the full version of 57. Inhabit that without apology. The women who are drawn to exactly what you are will find you immediately. He had been apologizing for his assets. She had come to Thailand specifically looking for them. If this is landing for you, if you are recognizing yourself somewhere in this, the guide I mentioned earlier goes deeper on all of it. How to find her, how to talk to her, how to not leave Thailand wondering what you missed. You can find it in the pinned comments. Thailand and the United States are not two different dating markets. They are two different belief systems about what a man over 55 is worth. One of those belief systems has been quietly telling you for years that you are past it, that the best version of your romantic life already happened and the current situation is what remains. The other one has been waiting for you to arrive. What you do with that information is your decision, but you now know what the alternative looks like. If this channel is opening something up for you, subscribe. There is more. Creating those videos is often stressful next to a full-time job. So if you enjoy watching my videos, then please support me by subscribing to my channel. It just shows the algorithm that you like these kinds of videos. And if you are ready to stop leaving Thailand with regret, the guide is in the pinned comment.